A natural gas leak in Portage County caused evacuations last night. Updates on this later.
Today, the library was the spot to be, hosting a flu vaccine clinic to prepare for the busy cold and flu season.
Plus, Amazon will pay in a settlement after customers complained of harm. All of these stories and more as KSTV starts right now.
This is KSTV.
Good evening and welcome to KSTV News at 6. I'm Lillian Drabick.
And I'm Talia Milwich. Thank you for joining us this Thursday evening. The weather's getting cooler, and with that, people start to get sicker.
Tatum Warrants has more on how students can stay healthy on campus.
Hi, Lillian and Talia. Flu season is right around the corner. To help protect yourself from the effects of the flu, Dr. Sarah Nozel believes it's a good idea to get vaccinated.
Moderate, but last year was severe. We had more illnesses, more hospitalizations, and more preventable deaths of children. So the most important opportunity now is to take it and get.
Joining in the fight against the flu, various students, staff, and faculty of Kent State attended the flu vaccine clinic held by Dewey's Health Center in the Wick Poetry Corner today. With just a proof of insurance card, participants were able to make an appointment or walk in and get a quick flu shot. Flu season typically starts in October and peaks from December to February. People who contract the flu and are vaccinated recover better, according to Nozel.
Your body's ready to take on that fight. So instead of ending up in the hospital with pneumonia, you might have a runny nose for a few days, and you will be much less contagious.
If you missed today's flu clinic, flu vaccines are still available daily at the Dewey's Health Center. For KSTV News, I'm Tatum Warrants.
Joining in the fight against the flu, various students, staff, and faculty of Kent State attended the flu clinic held by Dewey's Center in the Wick Poetry Corner. With just proof of insurance card, participants were able to make an appointment or walk in and get a quick flu shot. Flu season typically starts in October and peaks. Thanks, Tatum. Well, tonight is the opening night of the School of Theater and Dance's production of Kentucky. The play, written by Leah Nonica Winkler and directed by Courtney Brown, tells the story of a woman named Hero who learns to navigate the world of religion, identity, and love. Kentucky will make its debut in the Wright Curtis Theater, located in the Center for Performing Arts at 7:30 p.m. Tickets can be found online.
A vehicle crashed into a pipe connected to a natural gas well Wednesday. The accident happened around 8:30 p.m. in Suffield Township. According to the fire department, this prompted evacuations for several hours. Firefighters and the gas company were able to isolate the leaking gas and declared the area safe at midnight.
And Twinsburg schools will have an increased police presence at tomorrow night's football game. This precaution is the result of a custodian finding a handgun in the girls' bathroom at the stadium on Saturday, sometime after the junior varsity game in the morning. The district has announced that these security measures are in place because the safety of the children and community is their main concern.
Your first forecast on KSTV.
Good afternoon, Kent, Ohio. This cozy, cloudy day has had some spotted rain. Let's take a look at that weather right here in Kent. As we can see for today, it's 72 with exactly 12 hours straight of sunlight. I know, what a shocker. And 7 miles an hour winds with a humidity of 70%. The humidity is a little strong. For all the girls with curly hair or, very frizzy hair, definitely watch out for that. Myself am a victim. So sorry. So let's keep on a lookout and look at tomorrow's. So the hourly forecast for tonight is going to be 64 at 8, 61 at 10 p.m., and 59 at midnight. So it is going to get very chilly as we go down into the night tonight. So definitely make sure you have a sweatshirt on you, but there isn't going to be any rain. So for tomorrow, it's going to be 75 degrees. Wind is 8 miles an hour, mostly cloudy, and there is going to be morning fog with the moon setting at 8:44 p.m. With that morning fog, make sure you have those low lights on when you're driving. Like I said, low lights to keep it more safe, and there's going to be an 8-mile-an-hour wind. So tomorrow we can expect that rain to come to a stop. Stay tuned as I will be back with your statewide temperatures and 7-day outlook. Back to Lillian at the desk.
Thanks, Abby. One detainee and 2 others are in serious condition after a shooting Wednesday morning at U.S. ICE field office in Dallas, Texas.
The FBI is investigating the deadly incident as an act of targeted violence. CNN's Ivan Rodriguez brings us the latest.
Inside a Dallas ICE facility, multiple gunshots rang out Wednesday morning as a woman waited in her car for her mom to finish an immigration appointment. The Department of Homeland Security says a, quote, sniper identified by sources as 29-year-old Joshua Jan fired at the ICE facility from a nearby rooftop, shooting 3 detainees than himself.
No law enforcement was injured.
Officials have given little information about a possible motive, yet Vice President J.D. Vance blamed inflammatory rhetoric from Democratic leaders and the media.
An Immigrations and Customs Enforcement facility was opened fire upon by a violent left-wing extremist, a person who wrote anti-ICE messaging on their bullets, and there's some evidence that we have that's not yet public, but we know this person was politically motivated.
Republican Senator Ted Cruz called for an end to political violence.
To every politician who is using rhetoric demonizing ICE and demonizing CBP, stop.
This shooting was at least the 4th instance of violence or threat at an ICE or Customs and Border Protection facility in Texas this year. One of those instances was a bomb threat in August at the same facility where Wednesday's shooting took place.
We're a country and a city that needs prayer.
In Dallas, Texas, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
The mugshot of the suspect, Joshua Yon, was shared by the Collin County Sheriff's Office. The mugshot is from April 6, 2016. He was found dead at the site of the shooting by a self-inflicted wound.
Amazon will have to pay a $2.5 billion settlement. This is after the Federal Trade Commission says it allegedly tricked customers into signing up for a Prime subscription and making it hard to cancel. The FTC says that customers were harmed by this, and a $1.5 billion will be refunded to about 35 million customers. A $1 billion civil penalty is also included in the settlement. Neither Amazon nor its executives admit to wrongdoing.
Starbucks is closing more stores and announcing layoffs as it tried to revive its struggling business. On Thursday, the company's CEO said hundreds of stores will shut down this month, roughly 1% of all locations. By the end of the month, Starbucks will have 18,300 North American locations. That's about 400 down from the end of June. The company also announced an additional 900 corporate layoffs in addition to the 1,000 announced in February. The company expects its efforts in restructuring to cost $1 billion. The UN General Assembly meets today to focus on issues around the globe, what some leaders hope to address later.
The clock is ticking on the hit social media app TikTok as President Trump has announced that a deal to buy the company is in the works. We have more coming up.
Welcome to Kent Core.
Kent Core.
Kent Core.
Kent Core. To Kent Core.
I'm worried about your parents. We need to show them how to spot phishing emails.
Agree, the scammers are out of control.
And we need to show them how to use a password manager. Plus, help them add multi-factor authentication.
Yes, we use MFA at work and it's great. great cake. I'll use MFA to verify my purchase. Software update? Done. Time to celebrate.
For more information on how to keep yourself and those you care about safe online, go to cisa.gov/secure-our-world.
Every year, 4.5 million young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 visit the ER.
It's every parent's nightmare.
Umergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. Umergency provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. Umergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Download your Umergency app now.
Tomorrow's news leaders.
Today's top stories.
From an award-winning student newsroom.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Your community.
Your stories.
What's happening in New York this week? That's because leaders from all over are gathered for the United Nations General Assembly.
Many UN representatives say part of their focus is what's happening in Gaza. CNN's Amy Kiley reports on how the agenda is giving the Palestinian people a voice.
As famine and attacks continue in Gaza, the leader of the Palestinian Authority is addressing the UN General Assembly remotely today. President Mahmoud Abbas can't travel to New York. The Trump administration is barring him from the U.S. by refusing him a visa.
If they think that this way they will silence us, they're mistaken.
Abbas's speech today comes after a UN inquiry concluded Israel is committing genocide in Gaza. That's also the finding of the International Association of Genocide Scholars.
What has this baby done?
The Palestinian Health Ministry says about 65,000 Gazans have died during the ongoing conflict. The UN agency reports more than 500,000 Gazans are starving.
I went in February and met kids who had amputations without anesthetics. It's horrendous that kids dying of starvation, effectively their bodies consuming their own organs.
Israel denies it's committing genocide and says it's acting in self-defense.
Only pressure on Hamas will move the needle.
The Trump administration is pushing for a ceasefire with a new 21-point plan. It's not backing a two-state solution.
Instead of giving in to Hamas's ransom demands, those who want peace should be united with one message: release the hostages now.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu took a different flight route over Europe for his trip to the U.S. on Wednesday. Instead of flying over European countries like France and Spain, Netanyahu's flight took him across the Mediterranean Sea over the Strait of Gibraltar. Many believe this is because of the arrest warrant out for Netanyahu from the International Criminal Courts for war crimes.
Keeping you informed and ahead of the storm, this is your KSTV weather.
It's been a pretty rainy week, but it looks like it slowed down today, and we will have a look at the rest of the weather. But first, your statewide temperatures. Alrighty, starting down there in Cincinnati, we got 75, Columbus, 73, Toledo, 69, Akron, Canton, 71, Athens, 69, and then Pittsburgh, 73. So warmer weather is coming. We are getting a little bit more warmer. So let's take a look at our now counties. So we got Kent 70, Athens, Canton 71, Worcester 73, Mansfield 69, Sandusky 73, Cleveland 72, Ashtabula 70, and then all the way down here in Youngstown is going to be 70 degrees as well. Alrighty, now it's time to look at our extended forecast. So Friday, it's going to be 75, and then this weekend, it's actually going to get a little bit warmer out. So for anyone going to the Banana Bar Crawl, have fun because it will be warm. So we got 79 on Saturday, 81 on Sunday, 81 on Monday, 79 on Tuesday, and then it's going to be a little chance chance of rain, but not like this week. So prepared with your warm weather, your shorts, t-shirts, but it is going to be colder in the morning, just a heads up. So definitely bring a sweatshirt with you. The warmer weather is rolling in. Bring out the shades because the sun is coming. I'll see you next time. Abby Kress, KSTV.
Thanks, Abby. President Donald Trump is expected to sign a new executive order on TikTok. This move would let U.S. investors buy about 80% of the platform's U.S. assets.
Congress passed a bill last year that banned the app in the U.S. over security concerns. The president has delayed implementing the bill many times and is expected to extend the pause for another 120 days until the deal is finalized.
I just hope that I can keep my streak pet alive on TikTok.
Well, for more with entertainment news, we go to our own Anne-Marie Chula.
What do you have for us tonight, Anne-Marie?
Thanks, guys. Recently, there has been developments in the entertainment industry, ranging from Sean Combs to Disney being sued. Sean Diddy Combs was back in court today ahead of next week's sentencing. His lawyers were asking for his conviction to be vacated. In July, Diddy was convicted on 2 charges of transportation to engage in prostitution. Each count carries a sentence of up to 10 years in prison, but his lawyers asked the judge for a sentence of no more than 14 months. He is scheduled to be sentenced on October 3rd. Disney sued over Mickey Mouse rights by Morgan & Morgan. The personal injury law firm is suing the entertainment giant to find out whether or not it can use characters from the 1928 animated short Steamboat Willie in an ad campaign. It wants to use the original versions of Mickey and Minnie Mouse. The firm believes that they are fair game because the cartoon's copyright expired in 2024. Disney has not commented on the lawsuit. The Department of Homeland Security has removed a deportation video featuring comedian Theo Von. The agency shared the video on X on Tuesday. In the video, Von is featured saying, "Heard you got deported, dude. Bye." The comedian took to social media and wrote he disapproved of the video being posted without his permission. He also asked for it to be taken down. 20th Century Studios has released a new trailer for the 3rd film in James Cameron's Avatar franchise. Avatar: Fire and Ash comes out on December 19th. The movie features the return of Jake Sully, played by Sam Worthington. The first Avatar came out in 2009 and was the highest grossing film ever at the worldwide box office. A 4th Avatar is expected to come out in 2029, and a 5th installment to follow in 2031. A familiar face returns to the big screens. Rick Moranis is ending his long-time break from live-action acting for a role in Spaceballs 2. That's the sci-fi parody sequel to the 1987 film, directed and co-written by the legendary Mel Brooks. Moranis took an extended break from acting after the 1991 death of his wife from cancer and has worked sparingly since then. While he has done some voice character work over the years, he has not been in a film since Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves came out in 1997. It is scheduled to debut in theaters in 2027. For KSTV, I'm Anne-Marie Chula.
The Guardians improved to a season-best 14 games over 500 last night after their win over the Tigers. Find out more about Cleveland's historic stretch next on the KSTV Sports Report.
Can you help me?
Mom, Dad, we're going out.
Thank you.
Oh, look, they're playing chess.
What you got there?
Will you help my mom?
She's real sick, huh? Hey, crew, I'll give the first move to anyone who signs up to be an organ donor. How do you do it?
Easy. Just go to organdonor.gov.
You heard him, organdonor.gov.
More donors means more hope. Sign up at organdonor.gov.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. Repeat. It always came back.
Okay, here we go, throw it!
Yeah. You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Nice.
This is your Kent Stater TV Sports Report.
Ball coming inside and
By a pitch during Tuesday's 5-2 win over the Tigers.
Examinations showed that Fried has sustained multiple left side facial fractures as well as nasal fractures. His estimated time of recovery is 6 to 8 weeks without surgery.
Fry was placed on the 10-day injured list, and Jonathan Rodriguez was called up from Columbus.
Lucas, how do you think this affects the team with the season coming to a close?
Well, guys, with the season coming to an end and the playoffs coming up, David Fry was a huge part of the Guardians' run in the playoffs last season. But this season, he struggled after Tommy John surgery in the offseason. So look for John Kenzie Noel to get most of those at-bats versus lefties. But last night, it was another must-win game for the Guardians as they were looking to hand the Tigers their 8th straight loss, starting in a rain delay. It rained for a little while, but it was only a 30-minute rain delay. So first pitch was at 7:15. We'll pick up here in the top of the third. Parker Meadows hitting a sac fly. Kafis dives and makes the catch. Tigers up 1-0 early, but in the bottom of the third, the Guardians would respond. George Valera gets a knuckle curve, and he does not miss it over the center field wall. Meadows nearly robs it. He's pumped. That's his first home run at home. Guardians lead 2-1. Stephen Kwan in the bottom of the fifth doing what he does best, hitting balls the other way, and this is another run. Brian Rocchio coming around to score. Guardians lead 3-1. Bottom 7, bases loaded. Jose Ramirez, guess what? He always comes up clutch. A hustle double. Schneemann and Petey Halpin come around and score. 5-1 Guardians, and that would be your final score. The Tigers have now lost 8 straight games, and the Guardians are now all alone in first place, winning 18 of their last 21 games. The stretch the Cleveland Guardians have been on is literally unbelievable. From the 10-game losing streak in July, losing 9 of 10 in August, being 15.5 games back of the Tigers in the division, the Guardians have climbed all the way back to first place in the AL Central. If Cleveland can hold on to the division lead, it would be the largest comeback to win a division in MLB history. The Guardians have a chance to pop the champagne tonight and clinch a playoff spot with a win over the Tigers and a Houston Astros loss, although the Astros lead the Athletics right now 10-1. Earlier this afternoon, the Lady Flashes rang the bell after a 2-1 victory versus UMass in the MAC home opener. With UMass joining the Mid-American Conference, this marked the first ever matchup in soccer between the schools. The big goal came in the first half as Samantha Miller scored on an Olympico goal from the corner, and then Kelsey Salopik added another in the second half in the 67th minute. Next up, the Flashes host Buffalo on Sunday for match 2 of 3 of the 3-game homestand. The Golden Flashes volleyball team kicks off their Mid-American Conference schedule tonight at Toledo and are currently in the first set. After splitting their final 2 non-conference matches last week versus Cleveland State and Youngstown State, the team will look to improve in the conference after a year ago, going 1-17. All time in the series, Toledo leads 37-35 after sweeping Kent last season. Tomorrow, the Golden Flashes take on Bowling Green for their final road match of the long 13-game stretch. Bowling Green comes in hot after winning 4 of their last 5 and will look to keep that going tonight versus the Ohio Bobcats. The defending MAC champion Bowling Green Falcons own the all-time series lead versus Kent State, winning 66 of 90 meetings. The Kent State field hockey team hosts Miami, Ohio tomorrow, looking to win their first conference game. Kent has struggled thus far at 1-6 and will have another tough matchup versus Miami. The Red Hawks were recently nationally ranked in the nation, but fell out after losses to number 15 Iowa and number 1 Northwestern. The Flash's last win versus Miami, Ohio came back in 2023 in their last matchup here in Kent. It's an NFC West matchup tonight on Thursday Night Football as Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks travel down to take on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals. The Seahawks are coming off a big 44-13 blowout over the New Orleans Saints, whereas the Cardinals were handed their first loss in a heartbreaker as the 49ers kicked a game-winning field goal. Final score prediction tonight, Cardinals take it 24-14 over the Seahawks. To stay updated on Kent State sports and more, be sure to check us out on KentStater.com. For daily sports updates, we'll be back here tomorrow at 6, and another edition of Overtime airs tomorrow at 7. For KSTV Sports, I'm Lucas Foote.
A new edition of A Favorite Book of Word Nerds is coming out. The updates to this dictionary later.
Will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Illicit fentanyl is the deadliest drug threat that our nation has ever experienced. We lost Leo when he was only 19, killed by fentanyl he didn't even know he was taking. He was my heart, my son.
My grandson. I wish you could have met him. Such a beautiful young man. Kind, smart, funny, sweet, a great kid.
Go to ladrfoundation.org to join us in the fight against fentanyl.
Thank
you.
Book lovers rejoiced. The biggest book of the year is coming back to hardcover. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary announced that they are publishing a hardcover of their collegiate dictionary. This 5-pound book will be the company's 12th update of the dictionary and first update since 2003. The edition will include 5,000 new words and phrases like Riz, Dad Bod, and Doom Scroll. Well, that is all the mogging that we have for you guys tonight, but we will be right back here tomorrow at 6 for your Friday evening newscast.
For more updates, be sure to check out KentStater.com and follow us on Instagram at the Kent Stater. I'm Talia Milowich.
And I'm Lillian Drabick. Have a great night, Portage County.
I feel like her heartbeat is like same speed as mine. And I think we have this like deep connection, this heart connection in her heart, that there's room for me and Mom. When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer. It's a sensory thing. It's a thing with Asperger's.
She's really good with Anya. I've seen adults react to my daughter when she has meltdowns like she's from a different planet. And this little animal just sat next to my child and was just like, you know, it's gonna be cool. She's my superhero.
Good job, Kitty Cat.
When we adopted Lucky, we discovered all the wonderful things that make her unique.
Lucky's a little bit of a lot of things, but mostly she's pure love.